evening, everybody. You're listening to Professor K,
And Professor J,
and we are the other teachers.
classes in session.
Well, back at it again.
Back on the podcast.
Yep, that's right. And we are broadcasting live from two locations. Couldn't be in the same location tonight, so we had to figure out a way to get the podcast to you guys.
Yeah, use the interwebs and use technology and make it happen.
Yep, that's right. But yeah, I think we've been delaying. We've been slacking on this getting the podcast out. Sadly, it's been a bit tricky to find time these days.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to find time to think, like, even for important things to get them done.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And when you're hustling, when you're out in a big city trying to make that money.
But hey, we're still making it happen. Even though we're in different places, we're still making it happen
That's
on
true. That's true. That's how much we care about our fans. So just so you know, what's going on though? What's happening? What's happening these days?
um so yeah, lots of things are going on. What were we doing recently? We're moving.
We're
We're
moving
moving.
into a new flat. We're moving into a new apartment. The other teachers getting a new headquarters out in Zone One, London, Central
Hopefully we'll
London.
get some more shows out on the regular.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to promise that, that should.
That's gonna happen. It will happen.
I mean, hopefully it will happen. Hopefully it will
Yeah.
happen.
But I think moving is one of the most stressful things that you can possibly do because
That is
every time there's stuff that just you've got to handle and you've got to deal with, and just packing all your belongings is just one part of it. There's just so much.
yeah.
But once you finally get there and then you unpack and then you're all settled, it's good. It's refreshing.
Yeah, when you're settled is good, but everything from the idea of moving, like the whole like concept of you moving till until you're like settled, everything is stress.
Yeah.
Like, like just figuring out where you're gonna live, the cost, the agents, the contracts, the landlords,
The agents.
the movers, the packing, the unpacking, the organizing, the everything is just stressful. So,
Yeah.
um,
But I think what you got to do is you got to picture the end game and just take it like one thing at a time. Just deal with one thing and then
yeah,
move on. Don't just try and do everything at once.
yeah, make a long list, obviously, of what you need to do, and
Yeah.
like tackle it, like everything like one day at a time. I mean, there's no need to try and rush everything.
And just
Obviously,
go on, go on.
not just saying. Obviously, there's like a priority of like you don't have to do everything like before you actually moved. One thing we've learned, and one thing I've learned, like moving 5 times in London, is that one, you wanna deal with professionals. You wanna make sure that you deal with professionals who are like obviously licensed agents who are taking care of your move, but at the same time, yeah, because they're taking care of your move, they're taking care of like all the aspects of the move, right? All the aspects of talking to the landlord and everything. But you want to also make sure that you are covering like all your bases, like like taking care of every other aspect, like all the other costs and everything like prioritized, so you can take care of it one at a time.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
one thing for me is like make sure like I hate moving. I hate carrying a lot of stuff from one place to the next, and then after I get there, like a couple months later, is when I decide to throw things out. So I take this opportunity to try and get rid of stuff like I don't use. Like if
that's
you
true.
use
Yeah,
something in like a month, then put it in like a box. If you're still not using it 2 months later, like you might as well just get rid of it. So I try and like condense the amount of stuff I have, so it's less stuff to move. And what else do I do? I check out the area that I'm moving to make sure like I know what's nearby and what like in terms of um, hairdresser or shops or food shops or um,
yeah,
like
like all the
library or
local amenities that you might need, like a
yeah.
bank and food and the rest. Yeah, yeah,
I think that's part of when you try and find a flat really.
yeah. But I guess apart from all the stressful parts, there's obviously the fun parts of moving in with you obviously have opportunity of moving with someone new, maybe it's your friend or something. But more importantly, you have the housewarming party, which I'm totally looking forward to. I don't know why, but everyone thinks our new apartment is gonna be like tons of parties, girls coming in, getting people getting drunk.
I think that's because they think we do that individually. So then together it's just going to be worse. It's not like 10
It,
times.
it might be. It might be. It might be the ultimate bachelor pad. drinking games, poker nights, broads.
Can you play poker?
Nah, I can't.
Yeah, blackjack.
Well, I mean, you can always learn, man. But I think this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be a lot of like other teachers themed, orgies maybe. You
Yeah.
never know. You never know. You never know.
But yeah, we'll see what happens when the move comes.
Yeah.
But yeah, in
But
terms of yeah, move. What were some lessons that people can take away and think about if they're moving themselves or about to move? Or I think that's one actually. Like a lot of people they stay in places they don't want to stay in because they get comfy, even if it's like a house or if it's a job. Work and do things they don't want to do just because they're comfortable.
yeah, and I think
Yeah, you got to get out of that comfort zone to take a step forward, take a leap of faith, and you might end up with something better.
that's true, man. That's really true. I mean, I think that I was stuck in a situation which I wasn't, very pleased with, and I, really wasn't trying to do much about it. But it's something we said, I think, in the last episode, that if you don't like a situation, complaining about it doesn't change anything. What you need to do is you need to take action. You need, either get out of that situation or find a way to deal with it. And if you're going to stay in it, and I think this is, part of that, which is, take a step forward and change the situation. I think that another thing that you want to make sure you're doing is moving with someone that you're comfortable with. And I say that because it is so hard to find, a good housemate.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't have that luxury. Like a lot of people, like if they're moving city,
Yeah,
they don't know people in that city, so they go on spare rooms or one of these apps to find like a place to stay.
that's
They don't
true.
know
That's
people when
true.
they move in, and everyone seems nice at the start. It's after 6 months time when you see them like
I think
have it.
I think and it's something we said in one of our earlier episodes, and we said, try to meet this person that you're gonna move in with a couple of times. I think that even going even further than that, like just from experience, right? Meet, try to meet this person several months before you move. Like if you can, even a month before you move, like, if anything at all.
And a
And
lot of
and
places,
try to go out with this person and
and a
hang out
lot,
with this person a lot.
a lot of places they don't like they'll have like a month's notice, and then you'll see the add up then once you be like 7 months in advance.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the thing. I mean, I feel like the only way you can like figure out who you're gonna move in with is if you spend time with them. And you need to like going out with them for like a drink or like a couple drinks or whatever. It's just not enough.
Mm.
It's just really not enough. I feel like you need to try and do at least like four to six meetings in different scenarios. Like go bowling, go for a meal, go to do something that either of you enjoys, like, whatever pastime each of you enjoys, and try to see this person, or try to see how this person reacts in different scenarios, or as many scenarios as you can, because this is the thing. You can't tell how people are until you put them in these different situations, and see what they like.
That's true.
Even then, they could still hide, who they really are from you. But this would give you some sort of idea as to who you begin with, because people can write whatever they want online. It's ridiculous. People people will write the best things about themselves online because they're trying to sell themselves. And you end up moving with a monster.
Yeah. Or
But
move in yourself. Don't share with anyone.
But hey, look, we're only telling you because we've been doing this. We've been doing this for time. I mean, we've been in London. I've been in London now for like what? It's been 6 years, almost 7 years, 6.5 years. Okay.
Half of that, 3 years.
And so we've been doing this, right? We've been moving. Like, how many times did you move? You've moved a couple times. Like, I think, was
Yeah,
it once?
that's will be my third time.
This is your third. Oh, your third time. Okay, this is like my fifth time, I think. So in saying that, we know what we're talking about. The other teachers we don't just chat shit. Okay, we're experts in this.
Every time. Every time.
We've been doing this.
Yeah, but I mean, but back quickly on the move thing, like some things to help you in the day is
Yeah.
label all your boxes with which room they're going to go in, so that way which box to put where, and then make sure you put your screws and your bolts from bits of furniture in freezer bags, and then stick them onto the relative like furniture, so you don't end up with
Wait,
missing screws or whatever.
wait, what's that? What's that? I didn't get that.
Like so, if you have furniture and you obviously like disassembled it,
Oh, right, yeah.
put the nuts and screws on a bolt, and then sticky tape it to each thing, so you know where it's going.
Oh, great. That's actually a good one.
Flatten some cardboard boxes and lay them down to pick your flooring when you're doing the move, when you're moving stuff around. So that's the last thing you want to do when you just moved in. And move your furniture into your house first, and that way you'll not end up moving boxes around everywhere to make room for the furniture. Um,
That's a really good one.
yeah, and make sure you use their light bulbs because you don't want to have to go to the shops like halfway through the move to get light bulbs if you notice it's gone dark. And then one other thing, like we're looking at furniture, so you can use things like FreeCycle and Freegle, so it's Freegle, and you can
Mhm.
find free sofas, beds, TVs, fridges, and more.
Yo, give me this website real quick, man. I need to go check this free soap.
So there isn't a catch. Instead of dumping goods or eBaying them, people just put them up on there for the local
Is it
communities.
good quality shit or is it what is it? Just
I
is
mean,
it
you gotta
used?
look around. You gotta see. It depends on what area you're in as well. But some of it is rubbish, but there's some good quality stuff in there as well.
Dope.
So yeah, make it some free furniture or whatever. But yeah, that's just some tips for your moving day. But yeah, like you said, you've did this move thing 5 times, so you know what you're talking about this. You're talking about when it comes to moving. So
Yeah, and I mean just in general, what I really feel is like a lot of people like have these a lot of people have like shows or like wanna like maybe YouTube, maybe have the YouTube channels or whatever, and they're giving out advice and stuff. And it's just like, okay, there's a lot of people doing this, but how many of you guys are actually experts? Because I mean, just saying you're an expert or just having like, as you said, like a degree in something doesn't mean you're an expert, right? Because I mean, you can't just say you're an expert at stuff. So people should take your advice. Like that's not good enough.
I think it's like a certain amount of time that you've spent um, learning about something.
Yeah, exactly.
Either,
It's a 10,000 hour rule that Malcolm Gladwell talked about in his book Outliers. I own that book until someone stole it from me.
he looks like the guy from that movie. What's that movie? Ah, the guy who's in that Gigolo film.
Which Gigolo film? What something Deuce Bigelow?
Yeah,
No, come on.
that's what it looks like.
Stupid. Anyway,
What was that topic you were gonna talk about?
but remember we did this thing in the last episode where we talked about the 25 things in about life I wish I'd known, 10 years ago. What was the one that stood out the most for you? Like what in like without even looking at what we did the last time, like which one just like stuck out in your head? Like like you're gonna like to the point where like you're going to consciously try to like do that one.
Yeah, I can't even remember any of them.
Are you serious? How you do the whole episode? Are you, you get no, think about it. Think about it. You must remember like one of them.
Um, Silence. While trying to remember.
All right, everyone, you have to keep quiet while Professor J tries to remember one out of 25 things we talked about.
I think what was the one about you can tell it's really hour.
Yeah, true story. There was so many that you were really like you were like during the actual episode you were very passionate about those ones.
I think one of them, but we discussed it in other episodes. So I'm not going to get into it again, but it's the one about not caring as much about what other people think of you.
Oh yeah, that was that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
True,
but we discussed that in another episode. That's the one that keeps sticking to mind,
true.
just because I've always had that in my head. Um, what else did we have? Do you remember them? What was yours?
Well, my like the one that out of
Yeah.
all of them. I think um I think it was the last one. It was take action.
Was that even one of them?
Yeah, that was the last one. Remember that I said I was gonna start like just saying that randomly. Take action to people, whenever they're complaining to me about something
Yeah.
or like or whatever. I think that that one for me stood out the most because it's a thing of like a lot of people say, do you want this in life? Or I'm gonna do this when this happens in life, or I'm gonna like start doing this when I've saved up this much money. I'm gonna do this when I've made this much money, or I'm gonna ask this girl out when something happens, or I'm gonna start, taking my career seriously when this happens, or I'm gonna like everyone has all these different things, and it's like we put these conditions and limitations, we set them for ourselves, and it's like when are we actually gonna do these things? Because there's no perfect time to do these things. So it's like really don't just sit there thinking about when like when a perfect time is for you to do this thing. Just start.
Hmm.
Just do it. Just go. Just you know a lot of people are like, oh, when I'm rich, a lot of people like to say like, they're gonna be rich or whatever. But what are you doing to get there? What are you doing every day to get there? And it's like take action, even if it's a little action.
Yeah. So they say when I get rich or when I have more time or when I
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like no, just start doing whatever you want to do now. I mean, if a lot of businesses, if you want to start a business and you know that a lot of businesses fail, it makes more sense for you to start your business now or start whatever business idea you have now. So that if you are going to fail, you fail quickly and you get right back on it.
Yeah.
Like, don't waste time deliberating on something that you could see an outcome for now. Yeah,
I think it's rare when you start a business and it takes off straight away and there's like the
exactly.
success after success. I
That's
think
true.
you got to go through some hardship in business, especially if you've never done it before.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of it is learning. A lot of it is like learning, and a lot of it is failing. Um,
You got to spend 10,000 hours in that shit.
Oh, I thought you didn't believe in the 10,000 hours. You
I mean,
bastard.
one of the ones I remembered from the French dude, can't remember his name now.
Oh, it was Foroux or something. And you said Forox or some shit. It was different.
Money isn't important. Like
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
always grew up thinking money was the most important thing you should be doing. Like everyone nowadays works jobs to get money, but realistically, money isn't shouldn't be that important. As long as you have enough money to buy food and to have shelter, like you should spend your time doing things you love doing. Because money is not going to buy happiness. The amount of things you buy, and the possessions you own, they probably won't make you happy then days. What makes you happy, or what makes me happy is spending time with the people that are close to me and going traveling and hobbies, accumulating money and accumulating things that I don't need, like Porsches or Ferrari, is not going to like, yeah, it might make you happy when you first get it, like the first, maybe first week or whatever. But after a while, I'm sure these billionaires, after a month or so, they get bored of their Ferraris and they end up trying to buy a new one or trying to buy the next thing or trying to make more money so they can buy this or buy a bigger mansion.
Dude,
But
the only thing I heard you say is that if you got a Ferrari, you're only gonna be happy for a week. A week. Are you serious?
to be honest, like it wouldn't make me happy. Would it make you happy?
Dude, I'll be happy for at least a year.
Why?
Because it's a fucking Ferrari.
So,
Oh man, the number of people I'm
what
gonna
makes
like
that different from any other car apart from the fact that most people can't afford to buy one and it's past that?
that's you just told me it's what makes it different. The fact that most people can't buy one.
But why would that actually make you happy?
Because I'm gonna try and pick up girls, and then when they get to the car, I'm gonna drive off.
But deep down, would that make you happy?
Yes. For
I
all the
think that
bit
was wasted on you.
all
But anyway,
for all the girls that have like who have given me trouble, I'll just like pretend to pick them up and then drive off, leaving them in a cloud of smoke.
all right, but picture yourself as someone who's already rich and already owns a Ferrari, and you've had that for
Mhm.
a week or you bought a new Ferrari, like how long would that actually make them happy?
Okay, fair enough. I'm just being silly.
But if you took something like maybe something more accessible to you, I don't know, what if you bought that was fairly like maybe your computer, your Mac. A lot of people maybe can't afford a computer like that. You probably take it for granted that it probably doesn't make you that happy until
Fair
you
enough.
get the newest one, the newest iPhone or whatever.
Right.
But will that new phone make you happy? Or these
Yeah,
people
it's a very it's not happiness. It's a very temperamental oh, sorry, not
temporary?
temperamental, temporary uh, gladness you get, a temporary joy that you get when you
Yeah,
um
yeah. I think what it releases dopamine to the brain, similar to when you have chocolate or you kiss someone. It releases that chemical, and you get that
mm.
buzz, and you get that high, especially after shopping.
I
Um,
had some of that dopamine just yesterday actually.
exactly. Um, so you get happy for it, but it's momentarily. It's not long lasting. So what I'm getting at basically is I think you should do the things you make you happy rather than working like slaves trying to make money to buy shit you don't need.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, man. That's a good one.
Um, all right, one more. What was the final one that stuck with you?
Um, I don't know. I think you said the one I wanted. The money was really good because actually I got a message from I got this like this change.
I think you also like the pick a industry, not a job.
Yeah, that was all right. It wasn't great.
Yeah,
I got this amazing message just basically on what you were saying just now. It says when we die, our money remains in the bank. Yet
what
when
was
we are
that?
alive, sorry, wait, what?
What was the last thing you said?
I said I got this message which is
Yeah, I heard that, but
yeah. So it says when we die, our money remains in the bank. Yet when we are alive, we don't have enough money to spend. In reality, when we are gone, there is a lot of money not spent. So it
yeah,
says basically the cruel reality is it's more important to live life fully and longer than to have more wealth. So we must strive to have a strong and healthy body. It really doesn't matter who is working for who. In a high end hand smartphone, 70% of the functions are useless. In an expensive car, 70% of the speed and gadgets are not needed. If you own a luxurious villa or mansion, 70% of the space is usually not used or occupied. So, how about your wardrobe full of clothes? 70% of them aren't even worn. So, a whole life of work and earning, 70% is for other people to spend. So we must protect and make full use of our 30%. So it says like, go for medical checkups even if you're not sick. Drink more water even if you're not thirsty. Learn to let go even if you're faced with grave problems. Endeavor to give in even if you're in the right.
yeah. I mean that's deep. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's just like yeah, it's learn to be content even if you're not rich. Exercise your mind and body even if you're very busy. Life is short, so you have to live it to the fullest.
Yeah. I mean,
That's a
what's the
really
point
good
of
one.
having all that money in your bank account and then you're dead? Like when you die, your body goes through chills, rigor mortis, decomposition, color, smell, bloating, all of that shit. And what good's money in the bank or a nice car in your driveway then? Everyone's gonna die at some point, so you may as well make the most of your life rather than trying to accumulate money.
No, that's true. That's very true, man. That's very true.
Anyway, experience is the best teacher.
No, we need to go back to what we're saying about what we're saying about experts. I think that's really important. I think people don't take that like seriously enough. Like the fact that, a lot of people a lot of people are out there giving advice. They're not experts. I mean, are we experts? We're experts at what, things we talk about, right? I mean, I would like to think we're experts because I mean, we're the other teachers. We're not just here entertaining everyone. We're here to educate and we're here to
Yeah, but sometimes it's hard to if you're seeking advice from someone. Say you're going to the doctor, for instance. Like I went to my GP, and I didn't know who this GP was or what qualifications they had. And I just got told that the doctor was ready to see me, so I walked in and it gave me some advice, and he just looked up Google and printed something off and gave it to me. However, sometimes if they're talking and they're saying things that you might think make sense, or
Yep.
saying words you don't understand, you might think they're an expert, but you don't actually know. And I think it's been in the paper a few times where people have not been qualified and they've been giving medical advice or whatever. So it's hard to tell if someone's an expert or not if you're on the other side and you're seeking advice.
It is. It is hard. That is true.
I mean, you can't exactly walk up to everyone and say, "Show me your qualifications," and be skeptical. But I don't know. What advice would you give someone if they're seeking some sort of advice?
I mean, advice for seeking advice.
Yeah, advice section.
I think that people need to they need to be a bit vigilant. I think it's just about being careful with who you listen to. Looking, I mean,
Maybe research who.
yeah, maybe research people a little bit. Um, you know, I'm just thinking like, what if people start researching us and then they figure out our true identities?
They're not going to find out right.
But obviously do a bit of research. And then another thing is obviously look for reviews and look for other people who have taken advice from these people before. And if the advice worked for them, then it's possible it'll work for you too.
And it's not always about what they're charging. Just because they're charging more doesn't mean they're better than someone else.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's quite true.
You got to be careful.
Yeah. So I think that's really all we have time for today. Touched on a few things, so that was pretty good. And yeah, hopefully we will be obviously getting the podcast out a bit more regularly once we're all properly settled in. Few things like
and the social media. So tell them the social media information.
So social media, obviously Twitter. We're on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @otherteachers. Don't confuse it. I think you guys know it by now. We got an email out there, which is theotherteachers@gmail.com.
I think we're also just on YouTube now.
Are we on YouTube now?
We're recording live on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right.
But we'll hold out on the username for now for the launch.
Yeah, I mean, if you just search for us, The Other Teachers, you should find us in YouTube. We also have a deal, 10% off your first Uber ride with code UberTeachers 2016 UE.
Yo, can I use that code?
Yeah, definitely, man. Go ahead and use it, man. But the money's gonna come to us.
Yo, Uber is one. Well, people don't know about Uber. What is it?
Uber is a it's pretty much a personal chauffeur service. Can I call it a personal chauffeur service? Does that make sense?
I think just a taxi.
Yeah, I guess it's a taxi. If you want to really.
Well, taxi.
If you want to
good rates, and you can listen to your own Spotify. So fuck with it.
Yeah, true story. That's actually a really good one. Yeah, I mean, I think I once traveled like from West London to East London for like, I don't know, $20 or something. No, 20 pounds. So that was probably like $15 something, which is ridiculous. Like you would just not get any other cab going that cheap.
No.
So it is a lot cheaper than black cabs and other cabs out there. So definitely hop on that.
So fuck with Uber and use our discount code.
Cool. And as always, remember the experience is the best teacher.
So live from yesterday. So learn from yesterday. Something yesterday.
Live for today.
And hope for tomorrow.
It's The Other Teachers. Thanks for listening.
Class dismissed.
Peace.